dancing or something. Greg,
Okay,
you
you're
can
live.
sing. Go ahead. Alrighty, we open the public hearing. The public hearing for the 24-25 budget for the city of Petal
And tax.
and tax levy.
Mhm.
For those watching on YouTube, who will most likely watch it later, we usually just sit around and stare at each other because a lot of times people don't come to these meetings, but we are available at any time if you have a question. And sometimes don't we get you up here, Doug, talking, or you've done all you're going to do?
Yeah, you
would bill us if we got.
You need to
No,
go
we
over
are
the tax
not.
levy. Here,
I will.
you need to go over the tax levy, and then we need to adopt the tax levy
There's
at
no
this
way.
meeting.
I haven't got enough time to do this.
Just
Okay. Alrighty, just to kind of I'll go through the whole thing.
you're going to tell the city staying at 4621. You can tell how much is the general
I can tell
fund.
the school. Is the school stuff in here?
Yes, this is.
I ain't adding all that together.
Go back. This is the bond. That's probably the most important thing right
Yeah.
there.
It's only gonna go up like 5 mil, so. Alrighty, I guess I will, state, I think it's been the last 17 years, I believe it's been, since we have actually gone up on millage in the city of Petal. It is at 4621. It will remain so, as well. You probably saw at the last meeting, we have, made moves to, secure our, other, resource, revenue resource, that'll take place in the spring. The state law requires the school to request, basically they go through us. They give us the number that they need, and we have to, by law, the word is shall. So they give it to us. And I know some people think we have a chance to object. We don't legally. They just tell us what their number is. Understand coming in January, you will see, in January, you will see the effects of the school bond that was passed by 80 something percent, I think 82%, something like that. So you will see that. On our budget, if there's some hot spots, and I'll talk about this on Facebook tomorrow, a little more in depth, is last year we were able to fend off any fee increases. And this year we're just not really able to do it and look in the mirror from a business standpoint and make sure we're being fiscally responsible. We don't want to set up a bomb that's going to go off 2 and 3 and 4 years later. So we're going to go up a couple bucks on your trash bill. I know everybody calls it their water bill, but it's the trash that's going up. Technically, we're still subsidizing heavily your trash bill. Waste Pro charges us $29 and I think 16 cents. We're charging you $20.75, so we'll add $2 to that. Now somebody out there, or maybe 3 people will watch this. Somebody's going to say, well, why don't y'all just do it? Well, we did do it, and there is a number out there that will say, okay, we can do it. $29.16 isn't that number. It would cost us more money to do it, and then obviously one of the big issues we have is private sector tends to be able to pay more. I shouldn't say that with Josh sitting back there. He's going to go look for a private sector job next week now that I've said that. But one of the things that I do like, and I'll talk about this a little bit more tomorrow, that I do like in this budget, say something good about the rec department, is that Josh has 2 more employees that he is going to be able to hire out of this budget. And my thoughts on those 2 personnel is beautification, trash pickup, edging up and down Central and Main, our main corridors, trash on the Gandy. That literally could be a full-time job as it is. It's a shame to say it, but anyway, I always hated this. Sometimes folks will go through there and cut and not pick up the trash. So anyway, we do want our town to look better, and we've got some things we can improve on from that standpoint. But I think that's significant with the inflation that we've had to be able to keep our millage the same. With folks have gotten tons of pay raises, first responders, I know rec department, all the personnel. I was going to make a Melissa joke, but I won't. Melissa got a well-deserved pay raise.
Well,
There we go. And so we've been able to do all that and still stay in with the 4621. So I think that's a good thing. We took a $415,000 revenue cut. So it's all good news. And then, but we did that and still didn't go up on that. So that's a pretty strong thing. But I think that was the thing I was telling WDAM earlier today was the idea of we saw some of that coming. So we kind of planted these things. The last three budgets set up this budget not to be more difficult. And we, it's funny is John Weeks will probably be the only person that watches this. Hey, John, is that we talked more about the next 3 to 5 years than any budget I've ever been a part of. Usually you're just saying, man, if we could just make it one more year, we'll get home on this. So I think that's a credit to this board and their forward thinking in this, that the marathon mentality of this and our resources. I think there's stuff in this budget also protects us if something big happens. And we still got, from a couple of years ago, we have $1 million, what do we call it? A reserve fund. Doug said, don't call it this. They'll think it's, but for example, on the, having that $1 million out there, what does that do? Another tornado comes through, another hurricane comes through. All the money that gets spent initially comes out of we get reimbursed. And you want me to tell you how efficient that is? 2013, a tornado hit, and then 2017 it hit, and FEMA comes in and they said, well, look at here. We owe y'all $30,000, or was it 60?
it was more than that. It was
like
a lot.
$60,000 from 2013. I guess we'll go ahead and pay you that now. So it's like if another tornado wouldn't have hit us, we would have never gotten the money. So Melissa's still doing a great job. We're still trying to get our MCWI money back. So any thoughts from the board?
Good job.
Anybody, any comments? Josh?
Great job.
Josh was one of the ones we had the federal law made us bump your pay or something. Yeah, that's awesome. Love it. You earned that. We should have gave it. It just tells you we should have been paying that to you all along, huh? You got to watch Melissa. She'll cut you a little bit. Got some great things going on in that department, by the way. And one of his thoughts, I would tell Craig this. I know this is his cathedral over there at the baseball field. They would love to put 2 or 3 more little baseball fields inside the big baseball field. I told them to get with you on that for the sole thought of, you probably think that's hallowed ground from the state championships. I don't want to go out there. I don't want to go out there and you and WC have changed yourself to something out there. But anyway,
You could have a motion to adopt the tax levy.
we usually sit around a little bit longer. What was that, about 15 minutes I just killed?
Well, I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Nobody's here. So y'all were here for the 6 o'clock. Y'all weren't nobody, but anyway, is there a motion to adopt the tax levy?
Motion.
Is there a second? Why do you want me to say it like
Second.
that?
Huh?
Why do you want me to say it like that?
Well, because you got to adopt the tax
Okay.
levy at this meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
That would include us and the school, obviously, and then the county's a separate part of that.
And then you can go ahead and discuss when you're going to have a special meeting to adopt the budget.
When do you want to have that?
Any day but Wednesday. Unless you do it early.
Hey, when are y'all available?
Friday.
Talk about the last
Well, you could
the
call- y'all
last
call in.
day.
I will be.
The duty on.
All we
Yeah,
got to
can
do is
call in.
adopt
It's
the
like-
budget
That's like this like
Is
a
that- you're
3
talking
to
about
5
this
minute
one?
meeting.
next week
We should have 7
between the
phones
10th
out
and the
there.
13th.
Everybody
All we
can
got to
call
do
in.
is adopt the budget. That's it.
I can call it.
Adopt the resolution setting the budget.
If you'll send me a text, I'll stop whatever I'm doing that night.
I mean, it'll take like 3 or 4
And it
minutes.
don't matter as long as we have a quorum.
If y'all want to do that, y'all want to do it in the morning? You do it like at 10 o'clock on what day?
I can make it.
What day? Between the 10th and the 13th?
Drew's looking at his calendar.
We're just doing Friday. That's Friday. That's 1 o'clock.
This Friday?
1?
Oh, no, I can't do it the 13th. No,
Oh, you can do it.
oh yeah, it's got to be. No, I can't do it the 13th. I'm out that day.
Any day at 1 o'clock. Call it 10.
The 10th at 1,
What's the 10th?
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Can you do that?
Call it.
Tuesday, September 10th at 1 o'clock.
Full call. Say it again.
I'll be in.
Tuesday, the 10th at 1 o'clock.
And at 1. Thank
So it's 2 o'clock there.
Whose time?
I'll be here.
At the same time.
Oh,
Even if you go down the coast, it's still at the same time. zone.
it'll be
No,
okay.
I'm not gonna be in Orlando.
Oh, you're landing.
It'll be 11 o'clock.
No, 1 o'clock.
One,
You're only
two.
One, that's 1
It'll
hour.
be 2
That's
o'clock.
one.
Yeah, it'll be 2 o'clock there.
Yeah, you want.
One.
And if you don't do it, then you can complain if something was left out of there.
Oh,
I didn't vote for that.
Doug says I'm getting sued.
Anyway, that's right.
Send that over.
Yeah,
Melissa?
yeah. I'll send the resolution and the completed budget too.
All right, we will have a special meeting next Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
Next Tuesday, 1 o'clock.
Well, I just put in 10 a.m.
You're
10
trying to get it
a.m.
done in the
1
morning.
o'clock.
Oh, you kept saying something about 10.
Yeah.
1 o'clock to
Drew
pass-
must be a late sleeper. He wants to do it at 1.
pass the budget. Right?
Is that one Easter?
Why?
2 weeks.
This will give us 10 minutes.
Hard
Is
special that way, don't make it hard.
there a motion to adjourn the public hearing on the budget? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Uh,
All right, we've got 10 minutes. Hey, Paula, can I give you something?
She would love to come up, man.
Here you go. Would you like a
I wish
copy?
you quit walking on.
Hey, grab me a. I didn't-
Oh, I asked Randy to. Will you bring me that public comment sheet and put that one out there instead?
Yeah. Hey, Paula, can you grab me?
Cigar, cigarette, I mean, anything.
Hey, Paula, don't make it-
Can I get a slow kids thing over there on Concord? Don't even make it jealous.
What was that one? What we did a while ago when I walked up
We
there?
need like 2 of them. I think I was just returning a look.
I was laughing at you because you were just talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well, Melissa wanted me to go over everything.
Well, you got to do something.
We used to not do
You have to
anything.
have the hearing.
We used to not do anything, but Melissa decided to put it on YouTube.
Oh, we're still on there, by the way.
Slow children.